Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 273. My name is Dan, and I shall be your host once again. Cheers to you all. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, hit the little thumbs up, and little bell to be notified when I publish new content like this. Today's episode is going to be covers albums. Is it a great time or a waste of time? What got me to thinking of doing this is, you tell somebody, check out this album or I bought this album. Oh, I love the album, but he did, why bother doing that one cover song? That one I've heard a few times. So whether you like the one cover, I don't mind albums that put on a cover here and there, as long as it's a good one and I'm not sick and tired of hearing it. So, what do we feel about full albums of just covers? And that's that's what today's episode is about. So I'm going to go through what I own, tell you my opinion, whether I like that covers album or not, why. But yeah, it's like I said, I've hear many complaints from friends online or whatnot, other YouTube channels, is sometimes putting a cover song on an album is a hit or miss, but a whole covers album, sometimes people just roll their eyes now. And why do they do these albums here? So I'm going to show you what I have in my collection. I'm a completist. You guys should probably know this by now. That's probably why I own this here. But we shall go through these albums here. All right, so here is what I have. Alphabetical order. I've talked about this one a few episodes ago. Lee Aaron, Tattoo Me. This is her first covers album, and how long has she been doing this? 30 years here almost. Passable. It's acceptable, after 30 years doing this here. And you know what? There's 6 songs on this, and I'll tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs I know, the rest I've never even heard. So this is how you would do a cover. So I did enjoy this one. I wouldn't say wow. I hardly play covers albums, okay? But I'll say this regarding this one. It's actually pretty good because the songs, it comes with Tattoo. Never heard that one. Are You Gonna Be My Girl? Doesn't ring a bell. Even It Up, no. What Is and What Should Never Be, that's a Led Zepp. Is It My Body, Alice Cooper. Go Your Own. So, Go You Own Way. I'm like, who did didn't Go Your Own Way by Fleetwood Mac? I don't know, I'm not going to name all the songs there, but good covers album. Did it need to be done? I'll forgive her because it's her first one after 30 years. Took her 30 years to do one here. All right. Next up. This is actually a 10-inch. Just to show you the size. I own maybe 4 of these here. Cool, but so this is a covers EP. To me, if you want to make a covers album, make it an EP, a short one, And even that, I don't listen to this one that much there. Alice insists on covering his own song for the 3rd time called Detroit City 2020. There's a version on The Eyes of Alice, and I forget the other album it's on. I know he did it 3 times. I was just like, why are you covering that song? And it's not better. I enjoy more the original version. It's got 6 songs. Okay. Um, so there's 2 original ones by Alice, which is Detroit City and Go Man Go. The rest is East Side Stories, of Bob Seger song. Your Mama Won't Like Me, Michael Chapman and Nikki Chin. Devil with a Blue Dress. I know the song, I just don't know who does it there. Chains of Love and Sister Anne. Decent. I'm glad it's just an EP. Okay. So here we go. Alice Cooper, the Breadcrumbs EP, just a little covers album here. Decent. Okay. I haven't used the word great yet. Looks like I've been friggin' in the sun all day, and I haven't. Okay. This one. Enough is Enough, covered in gold. So, what I. There's some decent songs, there's some duds. It's what I don't like about this. So, first of all, Everything Works If You Let It is on what, 2 other. I know it's on Paraphernalia, but I know it's on another Enough's Enough album. But it's like they went and took a whole bunch of covers that were done in their lifetime, added a few different ones, new ones, and but the sound quality, it's like, take a unmastered song, sounds this, and then you'll have a new song that sounds higher. It's the sound is kind of like this here. Uh, I can't believe they went and did a Nirvana cover with All Apologies. I think that's Nirvana, right? The Gene Genie, like, who needs to hear that one again? Stone Cold Crazy, When Doves Cry. Tears of a Clown is also on another album. I know that. I have it. Yankee Rose by David Lee Roth. I mean, unless you can play like Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan there, I mean, I would have left that one alone. It's okay. Uh, Jealous Guy. That's a John Lennon song, I believe. But anyway, it's not the songs, it's the quality of the product itself. I find just the levels of volume are all over the place because they come from all different eras. It just it's not very cohesive, coherent. Doesn't flow very well. So anyway, Enough's Enough, covered in gold. Eh. I remember being on Enough's Enough kick, and I'm like, oh my god, I'll need to get this one. Whatever. Okay, this one. Okay, now I got a lot to bitch about this one. So, I'm a big Kiss fan. You guys should know that by now. So, I got everything every member has done. So, Ace Frehley Origins Volume 1. So, a whole album of covers, and nobody's ever accused Ace Frehley of not doing enough covers. He does one almost every album. Sometimes he wants to release those covers as opposed to his own songs for singles. So that doesn't really start off well. But he not only made one, he made fucking 2 albums. So Origins Volume 1, Origins Volume 2. I'm like, oh my god, like in its song, okay, White Room, Street Fighting Man, the Stones are Spanish. Fire and Water, which was with Paul Stanley, was cool to see them together. Emerald, that's Thin Lizzy, Bring It On Home. Wild Thing, like Parasite, he does a Kiss cover. Magic Carpet Ride. Cold Gin, another Kiss cover. Rock and Roll Hell, another Kiss cover. Till the End of the Day, I forget who does that, but I never listen to this. Like, if I want to hear Ace Frehley, I don't want to hear, but more on bands who make 2 album covers later on here. No, this can't be. This album came out after 9/11. Spot the problem here. Anyway, I've listened to it once. It's decent. This one, I've listened to it a little bit more. Good times, bad. And first of all, Ace Frehley, you're a guitar player, not a singer. He sings most of this, but this one has um, guests on vocals. Um, I know I forget. I know Lita Ford is, but yeah, Good Times, Bad Times, Never in My Life, Space Truckin'. Even I'm tired of hearing the Deep Purple version. Lola by the Kinks. 30 Days in the Hole. The only reason I know that song is because of Mr. Big. Manic Depression. I'm Down. Jumpin' Jack Flash. Politician Kicks. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of this place. How many times have I heard? I know Alice did it. The Angels did it. Ace did it, and he covers another Kiss song with She. A little bit better, but it should have been one album and get off all the junk. Like, I never listened to this at all. Don't know anybody really who does. Now, here are 3 albums by a band and how to do a covers album properly. Next up is Ghost. So first one is If You Have Ghost, which is an EP. So they have 3 of them. So I'm going to go with the first one. First of all, if you want, again, do like Alice, make it an EP. If You Have Ghosts, actually, that's my least favorite song of the EP. I'm a Marionette, that's an ABBA cover. Crucified, I have no idea who that's from. Waiting for the Night, no idea. And of course, they redo their own song, Secular Haze Live, which, yeah. But it's got 3 decent covers. Not really stuff I've ever heard. But it gets better by them. So If You Have Ghost, this would probably be my least favorite of the EPs. Now, this is how you do a good covers album here. You released one amazing song of your own, and the rest are just covers of people I've never even, well, one I've heard of there. So first of all, this is the album that comes with Square Hammer. Need I Say More? Square Hammer is easily Ghost's most popular song, and it was not on an album. It's on this EP called Pope Star, but it comes with Nocturnal Me, which is originally performed by Echo and the Bunnymen. So I like it when they put who it's by originally. I believe the Simeon Mobile Disco, Missionary Man, which is Eurythmics, and Bible, which is performed by Imperiet. I believe I will say is one of, if not my favorite Ghost cover. You listen to it and it's so moody and so cool. Sorry. Yeah, I love this song here. Great way to do a covers album, make it an EP and put one of your own regular songs and make it a huge one here. So Square Hammer, but check out I Believe. That's a friggin' good song. I love that song. Probably as much as I love Square Hammer. That's saying anything. It's saying a lot. And last one would be their latest one. It's probably it's got some good covers, but this is See No Evil. I forget who that's from. That's not written here, obviously. Oh yeah, here we go. By Television. Then you got Jesus, He Knows Me, which was originally recorded by Genesis. Next one is Dance Hanging Around, which is by The Stranglers. Phantom of the Opera, Iron Maiden, of course, and We Don't Need Another Hero, Tina Turner. This is, I guess, Ghost being not as original as this one. Good covers, but it's probably like the other one. Actually, this is probably the one I listen to the least because I've heard these covers. One, two, three songs out of the five are cover. Well, they're all covers. Three out of the five I've heard a million times. Um, so there you go. Phantomime, five covers, two I've never heard of. So there you go. All right, this one here. Okay, this is a good one here. So Helloween have done Metal Jukebox. And this actually made, mind you, probably this came out probably in a time where I was not buying as much music as I am now. So I didn't realize, like, he's a woman, she's a man. I didn't know that Scorpions song. Locomotive Breath. I will say this, Wasp still does the best version of Locomotive Breath of Jethro Tull. I even find it rhythmically. Never mind the vocals. Rhythmically, I think Wasp does a better job than Jethro Tull and Helloween. Still a good song. Lay All Your Love on Me, that ABBA, yeah. Space Oddity. I fucking hate that song. I forget who I was telling, probably my friend Pascal. The other day, anyway. That's one of those songs in the world that I really, really hate. From Out of Nowhere by Faith No More. That's actually pretty cool. All My Loving. That's the Beatles. Hocus Pocus. That's the first time I ever heard that song. And I actually went and bought the album Focus. I was like, what the hell is that? That is good, but different. So yeah, check out Hocus Pocus by the band Focus. It's on YouTube. It's quite, it's an original song. You love it or you hate it, okay? Faith Healer, I forget who that was by, but that's actually pretty cool. Juggernaut, was that Frank Marino? Oh, here we go. Alex Harvey is Faith Healer. Frank Marino is Juggernaut. White Room again, and it's on that Ace Frehley one there. And Mexican, is that Babe Ruth? Yeah. Anyway, good one. Again, I don't really listen to it, but I remember this made me discover a couple of other bands. And I did find cool that a band that was formed before, I'm going to say slightly before Fate No More, go and record a song from a band that started after Helloween. So that's actually pretty cool, which Alice Cooper has done to a few times there. So From Out of Nowhere is actually a great, a good one here. So Helloween Metal Jukebox is a good one. All right, this one here. Vince Neil, Tattoos and Tequila. One original song called Tattoos and Tequila. The rest is He's a Whore by Cheap Trick. AC/DC, which I forget who it's from, but it's actually not too bad. Nobody's Fault, is that the Led Zeppelin one? I haven't listened to these in so long. Like I said, that's my take on covers albums. I probably listened to them once or twice. That Helloween one and the Ghost ones I have listened to many times. Another Bad Day, No Feelings, Long Cool Woman, another Piece of Meat, that's Scorpions. Who Will Stop the Rain, CCR. Viva Las Vegas, here we go again with that Bitches Back. Decent. I just never listened to this album as much here. The song Tattoos and Tequila is actually quite good there. But again, this covers album. Whatever. Okay, this one. Total shit. So Diamond Dave, David Lee Roth. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at this. This is shit. Don't go buy this. End of story. Next. Talked about this the other day on my channel. Again, another reason why I thought about making this episode. Rush Feedback. Good at the time. I remember buying this at the time and really enjoying this one. But then I I bought this while I wasn't quite into Rush. Let me put that in perspective or context. Now that I've got all the Rush, I never listen to this anymore. So, Summertime Blues, it's a decent cover. Heart Full of Soul, which the only reason I know is because it was covered by Dawkins. See, this is the thing. These covers also, you gotta artists, if you're out there, for my point of view, okay, you can tell me I'm full of shit in the comments there. Um, I'd love to hear something. If you're gonna do a cover or a covers album, make sure it's something that people have never heard, or they're really, really deep cuts. And I'm saving my last pick for the best covers album out there. Okay, for what the Seeker, that was also on the Lee Aaron one, I think. I forget which. Mr. Soul. 7 and 7 is, yeah, that one, which was covered by Alice Cooper on the Special Forces in Crossroads. Well, I know there's a, like I said, it's a good for what it is. Is there a picture inside? Yeah. It's just them having fun. They're not really taking it too seriously. So I like it, but like I said, I've discovered all of Rush's discography, or I bought it after I bought this, and I like Rush a lot better than if I want to listen to Rush, it's not this album here. But it was good for at the time. Okay. Okay. Remember Ace Frehley with his double covers album? Let's go again with two Saxon inspirations, and Saxon more inspirations. You could have taken 5 songs from this and 5 songs from this and make actually a very decent covers album. Painted Black, whatever. Immigrant Song, whatever. Like the one that I enjoyed the most was Saxon doing a Toto cover of Hold the Line, and it works. Apart from that, there's nothing at all that stood out in this album. So, I mean, when it came out, this was COVID, so I understand why this. I understand why this came out. I don't understand why this came out. Okay. Again, we've got to get out of this place. How many times have I talked about this song? The Faith Healer, that was on Halloween. From the Inside by Alice Cooper. That was actually a very decent substitute. Detroit Rock City, I love Kiss, but come on, guys. Like, I do like Razamanaz. That's a decent cover there. I never listened to this here. So Saxon, shame on you that I love Saxon, but releasing 2 cover albums in like a span of 3 years, it just screams like we need money. I don't know, but I would have settled for take the best out of 5 songs from one covers album and 5 songs from another, and you can make actually a fairly decent covers album. 2, and even Ace Frehley 2, I'm like, come on, guys. One's already sacrilege, like people are like, oh my God, already complaining about, not a covers album. They go and release 2. I'm just like, fuck. I put it to finish my collection, but I never listened to them. So, your move, Saxon, This one also had 2, but I didn't mind this one because it was I think you could buy it separately. Yeah, I could see this CD is, oh my God, it's all. So this actually came out on vinyl on Record Store Day this past year. So anyway, Tesla, Reel to Reel. So space trucking again. Walk Away, Hand Me Down World, Bad Reputation. Thank you. I remember a guy, my friend, who loves Led Zeppelin, says he prefers Tesla's version to Led Zeppelin. Ball of Confusion. Rock Bottom doing the UFO cover was good. Honky Tonk Women, I never liked that Rolling Stones song. Don't know why they did it. But, okay, why was this 2? Yeah, okay, so See, you could. I remember buying this twice. I know that. So it came with this, but this was empty, I think, and you had to put it in. But the song titles are not. I'd like to know what the hell happened to the cover of the second one, because I'm really looking all over the place here to see what the hell's the. There's a third one. There's a bonus disc with 2 songs. Oh my god, haven't listened to this in a while. There, All the Young Dudes, Make It Last, Shooting Star, Street Fighting Man again, Is It My Body again. War Pigs. War Pigs, I'll give them that. That was actually fun to see them do that version live there. It was good at the time. I know this came out on vinyl for Record Store Day, but it was one vinyl, so I'm like, oh my god, is this just a compilation? Maybe we'll see. Anyway, decent. Okay, I never listen to this anymore, but decent. Now for the best one. Okay, if you've hung around this long, this is how you do a covers album. The Wild Hearts. First of all, the name of the album is actually tells you right away. Stop us if you've heard this one before. Okay, this is chock full of songs that I've never ever heard of, except one, which was Battleship Chains. But I absolutely love, and you read the liner notes, and you know, one member of the band brought this to the other members, and most of them were like, I've never heard this, or I don't know what that is. So even the band members themselves, like one guy brought it into the other 3 guys, and so on. Okay, this album could have been like a Wild Hearts album. Okay, I'm just telling you how. Okay, I'm gonna read you the titles. You tell me if you ever heard these. AC Rocket, Geez Louise, Understanding Jane, The World Comes Tumbling, Unsung, Waiting Room, Ice Hockey Hair, Possum Kingdom, Pep Talk, Rocket 69, Battleship Chains, Rearrange You, Everyday Formula, The Judge, and Carmelita. I know there's a, what the hell was that band called? They're pretty hot punk chick that sang there. The Distillers? Anyway, I know there's a Distillers song in there. The rest, I don't even know who these people are there. But yeah, this could have actually been a Wild Hearts album. Had they not said it was a covers album, I would have been like, oh, that's actually a cool album there. But I do love the title. Stop us if you've heard this one before. So that's pretty much my complaint about... I'll stop you now. You know, how many times have I talked? We got to get out of this place. Is It My Body? What else have I mentioned many times? Anyway, I forget there. But yeah, to me, this is the best covers album. And I know I'm biased with the Wild Hearts and all that, but you know what? This actually works. Almost, it feels like a Wild Hearts album, not a covers album, because I've never heard these songs in my life except for the one song. And there you go. I know there's a Deep Purple covers album that just got released. I'm currently trying to finish my Deep Purple collection. If I ever see it at a cheap price, maybe I'll finish that collection. But apart from that, I have no interest in... We'll see there, but like covers albums right now, to me, it's not a great time. It's a fucking waste of time. That's just my 2 cents. And double covers album, like, come on, guys, like, that's, I don't know who is buying these products there. It's me, obviously, there, but you know what I mean, like the general public is like, holy shit, 2 covers album, and I never listen to those. I want to listen to Saxon, I'll listen to a lot of better Saxon than those 2 albums. Same thing with Ace Frehley. So there you go. Sounds like a rant, but maybe it is, I don't know. Anyway, let me know if there's any covers albums out there. And I'm looking for something like the Wild Hearts, you know, that something that nobody's ever heard of. So if you got some suggestions for covers albums that are actually good, or tell me ones that are actually pretty fucking bad. Is that Deep Purple one actually good? So anyway, that is my episode for today. Covers albums. Is it a good time or a waste of time? I think you know by now what the answer is. Thank you again for watching, and we shall see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.